What's up guys, this is Corey, welcome to CNA Films and Animation. Today I'm going to be talking about another Best Picture nominated movie, this one from 2005, Steven Spielberg's Munich. So Munich follows 5 men who are hired by, not necessarily a US government, but kind of an underground group to find the members who were responsible for the Black September hostage situation that took place in 1972 during the Olympics. And so they hire Eric Bana and a group of 4 other men, including Daniel Craig, Ciaran Hinds, Matthew Kosovitz, and Hans Ziegler, and they are hired to kill the 11 Iranian members who were responsible for the hostage situation that took place on Black September, which was during the Olympics in 1972. And so, Eric Bana, Daniel Craig, and the 3 other men, they are all, trying to assassinate all these 11 men one by one, and they seek help from this undercover guy in Europe who is, telling them where everybody is, and, he tells them for hire, basically. And so it's the story of these 5 men trying to assassinate the 11 members who were responsible for Black September. So Munich was nominated for 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Director for Steven Spielberg, Best Film Editing, Best Original Score, and Best Adapted Screenplay. Munich tells a very dark and twisted story that I had no idea, what this movie was about going into it. I knew that Steven Spielberg had directed it, but for some reason I thought it was about the actual events that took place during the Olympic, the hostage situation, Black September, all that. I thought that this was going to be showcasing that event and not so much the aftermath, I guess. And so, I was a little confused going into it, but once it, started going, okay, I get what it's going, it definitely had a very interesting story that was told very, very well. And, that is to be expected. This is Steven Spielberg. The man has made next to none bad movies in his entire career. I can think of maybe 3 that just were not very good. And other than that, he's had like 20, 30 films, and all of them are just masterpieces in their own work, in one way or another. And it's just, this is, another one of his, just great films that he always makes. With that being said, I do think that this is not his strongest movie out there that he's made, but I do think it is a very powerful film that is very well told, very well acted, beautiful cinematography, and the editing is really nice. Just a lot of the technical aspects with this movie work really well, and the story is very interesting. But with that said, I do feel that this movie is about an hour too long. And it's weird to say that because it does deserve that 2 hours and 40-minute long movie length, roughly. I think it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes, something like that. But still, it is very engaging for the first half, and then somewhere in the second part of the movie, it slowly dwindled. My interest, I guess my overall interest in the movie kind of started dwindling about halfway through the movie. And it never really picked up again. And that's relatively unfortunate because I was hoping for maybe something a little bit more, but what I got was still very enjoyable. In my opinion, this movie is not Schindler's List or Saving Private Ryan. This is not a movie that I'm going to particularly remember over time. I did think that it was very well done, very interesting subject, but, I don't see myself watching this movie, 100 times over. like I can with Saving Private Ryan, or, you know, any of his sci-fis or anything, Jaws even. You know, I can't see myself watching this, you know, several times, and it's not because that it's, you know, a tough subject matter, because I mean, you know, Saving Private Ryan, in my opinion, is very difficult to watch, but, you know, it's one of my all-time favorite movies, and, you know, I could probably watch that maybe once a year and just be completely satisfied each time. And this film, I saw it once, I enjoyed it, I thought it was really well done, but I don't know, I don't see myself watching this again. And that's another thing, like, I thought it was very weird to see him direct this type of film. You know, looking at Steven Spielberg's career, and granted this is just kind of my own opinion, from what I've seen, he's not one that really likes to showcase, you know, violence for the sake of violence. And this film is not really that per se, but it is kind of to a point. Saving Private Ryan, the thing with that film was that it was, you know, about sacrificing everything that you can for someone else. And, you know, Schindler's List was kind of the same theme. But with this film, you know, it's more of a revenge film. At least it felt that way to me. It felt more like it was, you know, seeking revenge for the things that these Iranian members did to, you know, a group of hostages during the Olympics. And, you know, it's Eric Bana, Daniel Craig, and the three other men going off to assassinate them out of revenge, it felt like. And that theme just didn't seem to fit well with me when it comes to Steven Spielberg. And maybe I'm a little off point there, but it just didn't seem like a type of movie that he would make. And so maybe it just felt a little weird for me to sit through that and, you know that it's a Spielberg movie. But I don't know. I mean, it was very interesting the first half, but then, you know, just by the end of the film, I lost most of my interest in it. So, I mean, you know, this film really is very engaging for the first half, and I don't know what went wrong, where I steered differently. Maybe it's just the fact that, you know, I was expecting one thing and it was something different, and I was able to flow with that for a little bit, but then, you know, I guess the overall messages that were being kind of thrown at me were a little misleading, and I don't know, I felt a little odd just watching it. So, I mean, you know, very well done movie. I mean, it's Spielberg of all people, but I don't think it's his best. So, I mean, you know, I have a little bit of mixed feelings with this movie, but overall, I think I'll give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. Like I said, very engaging first half, not so much second half, and it's one that I just didn't expect Spielberg to make, but still a very well done movie. So tell me, guys, have you seen Munich? If you have, what'd you think of it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? You know, what'd you think of the themes? What'd you think of the overall messages? You know, did you have some of the same feelings that I had, or were you completely different? You know, share your thoughts, comment below, let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Be sure to check out other videos. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. If you have any movie suggestions or TV suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And as always, I am Corey, and I will see you guys in the next one.